In 13 years of making cakes, I've learned that temperature plays a huge role in decorating with buttercream. Condensation, melting cakes, drooping decorations. Here are all of my tips and tricks to prevent buttercream from melting. For some techniques, like spatula painting or buttercream transfers or stencils, the cake needs to chill in the fridge first. When you move a cake from the fridge to a warm room, you'll notice tiny droplets of condensation appearing on the frosting. This is sometimes called cake sweat, and it happens when a cake moves from a cold place to a warm one. So the cake is cold on the inside from the fridge, and the frosting on the outside warms up faster. To fix it, you can dab the cake with a paper towel to absorb the droplets. As the inside of the cake slowly warms up to match the temperature on the outside of the frosting, the condensation will stop, like you can see here. To prevent condensation, work in a cool room so the difference in temperature between the fridge and the room is minimal. What if you don't have a cool room? When you decorate a chilled cake in a warm room for a long time, the condensation can get so bad it makes the colors on the cake run. To prevent this, put the cake back into the fridge for 10 minutes as soon as you notice tiny droplets of condensation appearing. Don't wait until they turn into big drops. Decorate some more, move the cake back to the fridge for 10 minutes, some more decorating, some more chilling, and this will keep the cake cool enough to decorate without condensation. Sometimes what's making your buttercream melt is the warmth of your hands, not the room. When you grip a piping bag for techniques that take a while, your hands will soften the buttercream and your piping will have less definition and more blobbiness. Here's a hack to fix it. Put the piping bag in the freezer and set a timer for 1 minute. Don't leave it any longer or the buttercream will freeze hard against the metal piping tip. After a minute, the buttercream will be firmer and your piping will be neat again. The most common reason for melting buttercream comes after frosting and decorating the cake, when it's on display at an event or gathering. Just like butter melts in the microwave, buttercream melts in hot weather. If you know a cake is going to be sitting outside on a hot day, one option is to substitute half of the butter in the buttercream recipe for shortening. Crisco, Trex, there are lots of different brands in different countries. Shortening is much more stable in hot weather than butter. Using half the amount of butter will still give you the buttery flavor, and a hack to disguise the flavor of shortening is to add half a teaspoon of clear vanilla, which brings out the butteriness of the buttercream without that bite of shortening. You can use this exactly the same way as buttercream you made with butter, to frost a cake, tint it any color, get really smooth frosting, or use it for piping. And half butter, half shortening buttercream will hold up much better in the sun. Look at how well it holds its shape, while the all butter buttercream melts. Obviously, choose the coolest place you can for your cake. Shade is better than direct sunlight, which will make a cake melt even faster, and a breeze or fan will help keep a cake cool too. Subscribe to my channel for a new cake decorating tutorial every week and visit my cake school on BritishGirlBakes.com to learn hundreds of cake decorating techniques and designs with my online courses and memberships. See you there!